Let me ask the question again. How did Jesus help people develop their faith? I provide yet a second answer from the text. He engaged their mind. Faith is not a mindless expression. It's not some blind activity. Faith requires a mental assent to what God can do and to God's ability towards you. Watch the text. Verse 23 says, Jesus did not answer a word. This is in response to the woman crying out. So his disciples came to him and urged him, send her away, for she keeps crying out after us. And in the Greek it means crying out from behind us. She's following us and she's crying out behind us. You know how annoying that is? Looking around, there she is again, still crying out. He answered, I was sent only to the lost sheep of Israel. In other words, I wasn't sent for you. I was sent for the lost sheep of Israel. Are you an Israelite? No, I wasn't sent for you then. He replied. Then he continues. He answered, I was sent only to the lost sheep of Israel. Verse 25. The woman came. She didn't stop. She came and knelt before him. Lord, help me, she said. He replied, it is not right to take the children's bread and toss it to their dogs. Now, if you were her, no, he didn't. Did you just call me a dog? See, some of you ladies who have taken off your earrings and taken off your high heels to try to come after Jesus. But that's not the way you deal with this thing. That's not the way you deal with it. What was Jesus saying by these words that seemed so offensive at the onset? What he was saying is to her, lady, I have been sent on an assignment. My missional focus is, I got to reach the Jews first, then the Gentiles. There's an order here in the kingdom. Are you good with that? Or is that a problem to you? And then her quick wit, she came back and said, yes, Lord, she said, but even the dogs eat the crumbs that fall from their master's table. And she used the word dogs there, and it means the pet dogs, the lap dogs, the family pet. Some people, when you deal with family pets, oh boy. I was in the garden center last year buying some flowers, and so I'm walking around, and all of a sudden I see this lady pushing this baby carriage in front of me, and I'm always curious about, let's see what the baby looks like. So I walked fast ahead of her, and got nosy and turned and looked. The baby had a tail, was furry. It was a dog inside the carriage. And I'm thinking, what in the world? And then I understand the purse deal, but the carriage? No, I didn't say that to her, and I waited on, she's over there looking at her plants, and I had to pull out my phone and take a little picture, because I gotta show people when I go into some developing countries like Kenya and Zambia, they won't believe me. I gotta pull out the picture. So let me show you what we do in America. Here. Because they won't believe. And this lady was pampering that dog in the carriage. She actually went to a baby store and bought a baby carriage, just to wheel around her dog so her dog wouldn't have to walk. I grew up where dogs walked. I mean, come on. But that's another story. But here, this woman, she said to Jesus, even the lap dogs eat crumbs. And so if you want to call me that, give me some crumbs then. And you know what Jesus said? Most of us have sat there and said, look at this lady asking for crumbs. Jesus said, woman, you have great faith. See, in Jesus engaging the mind, because you develop faith when your mind is to get involved, he was engaging her mind to see, do you want God or do you want his blessings only? Are you concerned about God's kingdom, his missional focus? Are you concerned about my agenda, my calling, my life, what I'm called to do, my purpose, or is it all just about you? He was engaging her mind, and when she said, Give me the crumbs. I want you to do what you've been called to do. She was saying, I don't want to take away from your missional focus. And Jesus, notice now, Jesus, he wasn't just thinking about priority of Jews. Why would he have left Jewish territory and go into Gentile territory if Jewish people were the only ones on his radar? He was concerned about everybody, and when he went there, he was going there because he wanted to reach someone for the purposes of God, and here was the someone. And I want you to know, no matter where you are on your journey, God cares immensely for you.